There are 7 shocking reasons that explain why so many young women are attracted to older men. And I guarantee it's not because of money or status, like most people think. In fact, what's behind these relationships is something much deeper and even instinctive. And the craziest part? Some of these reasons might be happening right around you, without you even realizing it. Can you imagine what makes these connections so powerful, strong enough to challenge judgments, criticism, and even society's expectations? If you think you already know the answer, think again. Today, I'm going to reveal the 7 hidden secrets that explain why young women fall for older men. And reason 4 will blow your mind. But before we dive in, let me know in the comments, do you think age really matters in a relationship? Comment yes or no. I'd love to hear your opinion. Have you ever stopped to think about how powerful it is to feel truly seen by someone? I'm not talking about a quick glance or empty compliments about your look. I'm talking about someone who genuinely sees you, who notices the sparkle in your eyes when you talk about something you love, or even that involuntary sigh when something is bothering you. Older men have a natural ability to make a woman feel truly valued. They look beyond the surface. It's not just about physical appearance or obvious details. They notice what many others overlook. They can tell when you're excited, when something's on your mind, or when you just need someone to listen without judging. And this power of emotional validation creates a deep and meaningful bond. While many younger men are still caught up in ego games or focused on impressing, older men have already moved past that phase. They understand that complimenting something beyond look, like your unique way of thinking or your passion for a specific hobby, holds much more weight. Simple phrases like, "I love the energy you have when you talk about that," or "I really like how you see the world," aren't just words. They reflect genuine attention and a deeper connection, and that connection stirs emotions. When we feel validated and understood, our brains release dopamine, the well-known pleasure hormone, creating that addictive, feel-good sensation of being around someone who truly gets us. For many young women, this is rare. We live in a world where appearances and expectations are constantly being judged. So when someone comes along who looks beyond all that and validates who you really are, it's almost impossible not to feel drawn to them. That's the true power of emotional validation. It's not just about feeling liked, it's about feeling seen, heard, and understood. And older men have mastered this art. There's something almost magnetic about a person who knows exactly who they are. And older men often have that natural confidence that grabs attention instantly, while many younger men are still figuring themselves out, battling doubts, insecurities, and the pressure to be someone. Older men have already been through that. They carry the experience of having faced life's ups and downs and come out stronger on the other side. This creates an aura of maturity and self-assurance that's impossible to ignore. For many young women, this kind of confidence is incredibly attractive. Being with someone who knows what he wants and isn't afraid to show it brings a rare sense of security. Older men don't feel the need to prove anything to anyone. They speak with conviction, make decisions confidently, and know how to navigate a conversation or situation without hesitation. And it goes deeper than just words. It's in their gestures, their actions, and even in their silences. Older men have the ability to truly listen, without rushing, without looking away, creating an authentic and meaningful connection. This maturity creates an environment where young women feel comfortable being themselves. No judgments, no pressure to impress. Their self-assurance builds a safe space where connections flow naturally. It's this blend of confidence and calmness that makes older men so appealing. They don't just bring stability, they bring a sense of peace in a world full of uncertainties. When people hear the word stability, they often think immediately of money. But here, we're talking about something much deeper, the emotional and mental stability that older men carry with them, acting as a kind of invisible magnet. Older men have already been through life's turbulent phases, career uncertainties, internal conflicts, unresolved loves. They've faced highs and lows, and through it all, developed a unique ability to stay balanced even amid chaos. This emotional stability creates a sense of security that's incredibly attractive. For many young women, this sense of security feels like a breath of fresh air. Being with someone who can handle problems without losing control, who stays calm during arguments, and who can offer thoughtful advice in tough moments, builds a strong and lasting connection. Of course, financial stability plays a role too, but not because of the cliché of gold digging. It's about the peace of mind that comes from being with someone who has achieved independence and isn't constantly battling basic uncertainties. That kind of security allows space to focus on what really matters: emotional connection, trust, and mutual growth. This blend of emotional and financial stability creates a safe space where young women can let their guard down without fear of judgment or unexpected drama. It lays the groundwork for deeper, more mature, and healthier relationships. In the end, stability isn't a luxury. It's a solid foundation for building something real. And older men, with their life experience and balance, offer exactly that. You know that moment when you're upset, but you don't even need to say anything. The person just knows. That doesn't happen by accident. It's the result of something rare and valuable: emotional intelligence. And older men often master this art like no one else. While many younger men are still trying to understand their own emotions, older men have already been through that journey. They know how to pick up on subtle signals: a change in tone, a distant look, or even a forced smile hiding concern. And most importantly, they don't just notice, they know how to respond. This emotional intelligence creates a deep and genuine connection. Older men understand that a relationship isn't just about fun moments and laughter. They know how to be present during the hard times, offering support without judgment or forced advice. Sometimes they recognize that simply listening is more valuable than trying to fix the problem. This creates an emotionally safe space where young women feel comfortable opening up without fear of being misunderstood or criticized. And that trust strengthens the bond almost instantly. Their emotional intelligence also shines in moments of conflict. Instead of explosive arguments or emotional games, they stay calm, listen actively, and focus on finding constructive solutions. This doesn't just resolve problems faster, it also deepens mutual respect. In the end, emotional intelligence is what transforms a simple relationship into a true partnership. And older men, with their life experience and maturity, know exactly how to build that kind of deep, lasting connection. In today's world, where relationships often feel like a chessboard full of strategies, mind games, and second guessing, finding someone who communicates clearly and honestly feels like a luxury. And this is where older men truly shine. Older men have already been through the phase of emotional games and have no patience for it anymore. They understand the value of good communication and know that clarity creates connection. Instead of sending ambiguous messages or using manipulative silences, they speak their minds, and more importantly, they truly listen. This direct communication builds trust. There's no constant guessing or insecurity about what the other person is feeling. Young women quickly notice this and feel more comfortable expressing themselves without fear of judgment or misunderstandings. Older men are often great listeners. They don't just wait for their turn to speak, they pay genuine attention to what's being said. This makes conversations deeper and more meaningful, going beyond surface-level chit-chat. Simple topics become rich exchanges, and the dialogue flows naturally. Another important aspect: they handle conflicts better. Instead of impulsive arguments or throwing blame, they prefer constructive conversations focused on finding solutions. This not only avoids unnecessary fights, but also strengthens the relationship, creating a solid foundation built on respect and understanding. At the end of the day, the art of communication without games is one of the biggest assets older men bring to a relationship. They know that in a real connection, clarity and honesty are the keys to something lasting. You know what's truly captivating about someone? Authenticity. And older men tend to master this art like no one else. While many younger men are still trying to figure out who they are, often molding themselves to fit in or please others, older men have already been through that phase. They know exactly who they are, what they want, and most importantly, they're not afraid to show it. This natural self-confidence creates a powerful magnetism. Being around someone who doesn't wear masks, who speaks with honesty and acts with consistency, gives off a sense of security and calm. There's no constant second-guessing, no wondering, is he pretending, or what is he really thinking? With older men, what you see is what you get. And this authenticity goes beyond words. It's in the small gestures, the daily actions, and even in how they handle their vulnerabilities. They have no problem admitting when they're wrong, showing emotions, or opening up about their experiences, both good and bad. This creates a space where the other person feels safe to be themselves without fear of judgment. For many young women, this level of authenticity is incredibly attractive. Being with someone who's genuine and transparent eliminates insecurities and creates the perfect environment for real, meaningful connections. In the end, the magnetism of authenticity has nothing to do with looks or status. It's about the energy of someone who is fully comfortable in their own skin, and that alone is deeply seductive. In a world where relationships often feel superficial and fleeting, the search for an authentic and meaningful connection becomes even more valuable. And that's exactly what older men tend to offer: true intimacy that goes far beyond the physical. Older men understand that real intimacy isn't built solely through romantic gestures or intimate moments. It's developed through deep conversations, comfortable silences, and a mutual understanding that grows over time. They know how to listen without interrupting, notice the subtle details others overlook, and create a space where their partner feels fully valued. For many young women, this kind of experience is transformative. Instead of feeling judged or pressured to meet unrealistic expectations, they can simply be themselves. There's no need for filters, masks, or emotional games, just genuine authenticity and a real connection. Older men also tend to understand the importance of balancing the physical and emotional aspects of a relationship. They know that a gentle touch, a well-timed word, or even a deep, meaningful glance can create a connection just as powerful as any grand romantic gesture. It's their attention to these little details that makes intimacy with them so profound. Another key factor: older men usually don't rush. They recognize that deep relationships take time to develop, and they value the process of truly getting to know someone. This patience lays the foundation for strong, authentic, and long-lasting bonds. In the end, what truly stands out is their ability to create connections that go beyond the surface. A true intimacy where two people meet, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally, creating something deep, meaningful, and rare. After exploring these 7 surprising reasons, it's clear that the attraction between young women and older men goes far beyond the cliches and superficial judgments we so often hear. It's not just about status, look, or financial stability. It's something much deeper. At the core, we all seek authentic connections. We want to be seen, heard, and truly understood. And older men, with their maturity, emotional intelligence, and authenticity, offer exactly that. They create safe spaces, value what truly matters, and know how to build relationships based on respect, understanding, and emotional depth. These relationships defy labels because they tap into something essential: the human need for real connection. In a world where everything feels so fast and shallow, finding someone who looks beyond the surface becomes rare, and therefore, even more valuable. If this video gave you a new perspective or made you reflect on these connections, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content. And of course, share this with someone who would love to discover these truths. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.